Can I address this now, please? That didn't happen, and I know what this is going to be. I didn't say that. I can see the word nachos right through it already, and I know what this is going to be. Peter Crouch doesn't pay for nachos. Right, can I address this now, please? I do pay for nachos. This story came about where apparently I was at the cinema and I went to the front of the queue, said, "I'm Peter Crouch and I want nachos." Listen, I didn't say that. The story goes, I sit there and I eat my nachos in front of people while they're waiting in the queue. People were shouting and screaming and I'm just saying, Crouch, he's having his nachos. This didn't happen, and I don't know where this has come from, but it's grown legs and it's got bigger and bigger and bigger. And I have people tweet me on a regular basis with nachos at the cinema going like, "You'd love these." I do like nachos, I really do. I pay for my own, although I shouldn't really, considering the promotion I've given them. There we go. Peter Crouch used to write romantic poetry. This is true, believe it or not. It's something that should have been kept between me and my wife, but she decided to talk about it. But yeah, I used to write little poems. I say used to, I should probably do a bit more of it, but 4 kids has sort of dampened it a bit. No, I can't give you an example of it. This is something that should have remained private forever, really, but it appears it's not. Liam Gallagher invited Peter Crouch to join his band as a bass player. So yeah, this is nice to be able to set the record straight, really. That didn't happen. Liam Gallagher came on Crouch Fest off the back of our podcast. We were chatting, it was amazing. It was actually Serge from Kasabian. He said to me that I should come up and be a bass player just for 1 track, but I'm so bad musically that I wouldn't have been able to learn 1 track, I don't think. I played recorder at school. I've got 3 biomice in the locker. But other than that, I'm not musically talented, although I feel like I'm a frustrated frontman. Next one. Peter Crouch nearly killed Dirk Kuyt. This again is true, you've got very good sources here. It was a mid-season break and we went go-karting. I came into the pits to show off, really. Dirk Kuyt was in front of me. I went to slam on and thankfully he saw me last minute, jumped over me, and I went back out on the track and I dived out James Bond style and the go-kart went flying into the wall. Raf wasn't too pleased with me at the time. Dirk Kuyt almost lost his legs that day. I probably would have injured myself as well, and that was all before we played Barcelona in the Champions League quarter-final. Okay, big one here. Peter Crouch almost made it to Hollywood after impressing in a music video. Peace. They were a band I liked at the time, still like, and they asked me to appear. I just sat in the car, nodding along to the tune. My acting performance was impeccable. I was fantastic. My agent got lots of calls from film companies, but we just decided to turn them all down. None of that is true, of course. I was useless. Peter Crouch has a GNVQ in leisure and tourism. This, in fact, is true as well. I have got a GNVQ in leisure and tourism. I'm not sure why, and I'm not sure how, but I have. When I was at Tottenham as a schoolboy, we had to do education as part of being a football player, and ours was a GNVQ in leisure and tourism, and I passed with distinction. So if ever I want to open a leisure centre or a swimming pool, I've got the qualifications to do it. There we go again. Peter Crouch was going to sign for then Premier League champions Chelsea in 2018. Yeah, this was the rumour going around where they were looking for a big striker, apparently. They were looking for someone just to fill a gap, really, until the end of the season. And I don't think they wanted to spend much money. I fit the bill. There was a conversation, definitely, but there was no more than that. And they signed Olivier Giroud, which is a very good actress. Okay, last one. Yes, Peter Crouch invented Come Dine With Me. This, in fact, is true. I've seen no royalties off it because it's a successful programme now, isn't it? I signed for Portsmouth when I was 19. Myself, Sean Derry and Courtney Pitt, we were all single, we were footballers, so we had to eat, properly. We were forever going out for dinner and we realised that none of us could really cook, so we just decided to try and cook. We'd go round to each other's houses, we'd buy the ingredients together, we'd rate each other out of 10 and see who did the best dish. And the winner of the week would get a prize, we'd give them a few quid or something, and it was Come Dine With Me. When we saw it on telly years later, it was funny. We texted each other and like, that's what we used to do. I mean, my favourite thing was I used to cut up some chicken, throw it in, do pasta, sometimes make my own sauce, or I'd just stir in sauce. And that was my dish. Awful, horrendous. Thankfully, I've got my missus who's a good cook. I just go with that.
Thanks for checking out the BBC Sport YouTube channel. Remember to give this video a like and make sure you subscribe and hit the bell button so you never miss an upload. See you soon.